The Lagos State government on Thursday launched EKO Poems, an anthology of nursery rhymes for public primary schools. EKO Poems is a compilation of literary work done by primary school pupils in public schools across the state. The poems depict the African culture, challenging children to reflect on our society, local values and character. The artwork aimed at opening up the mind of children to literary expressions was curated and edited by TVC News reporter Ola Awakan, and he joins me now in the studio to talk more on this. Good morning, Ola.
Good morning.
It's good to have you here, and congratulations on this work.
Thank you.
I read through it yesterday. It's quite an interesting work, a piece of art. This is art, really, for me. And I'm wondering, I checked the ages of those who contributed to this poem. 9-year-olds, 10-year-olds, 11,
15, I think 15,
and 15 I think, yes. One or two, but a majority of them were between 10 and 11. At that young age, they were able to capture a lot of things that replicate Lagos in their minds, and they wrote it down. How does that make you feel? And what does it say? What prospects does it have for the literary world which you are looking to project?
Well, what this project actually brought to mind is fulfillment. Because I've had occasions where I had to interact with some of these children while growing up. In fact, some of them in my street, some of them during creative activities, and it will amaze you what what comes out from their mouths. You understand? They see far beyond what most of us see and what we think, because majority of us will go to work as parents. They are always at home. When they from home to school, from home to school, and they visualize a lot. They there's this high imagination that comes to them. So the idea behind this is to see how we could give expression to these thoughts, this innermost outburst of expression for these children, and that was what came up with this idea. I grew up in the slum, and while growing up, I was also introduced to the creative industry. But as I was thinking it, the idea was there. I was, putting some words on paper, but there was no platform to let the world see what I had in mind about my society. So 15 years ago, this project came to mind. But 15 years ago, wow. And it has now come to, the limelight this year, with the help of the Lagos State Universal Basic Education Board. So what it brings to mind is our children are observant. The children in Lagos see what is happening on a daily basis. This is not all about, praising Lagos State or praising the society. It's about saying the reality of what happens in Lagos. So bringing their creative ingenuity to be by having this compilation. We have 63 of public primary school pupils, not private schools now. Do you understand? Because projects like this most times always, go towards private schools and all that. But so I thought of it. I'm a product of public schools all through my life. You understand? I said we can give a voice to these public primary school pupils, these children from the slum, these children who think they do not have, voices to express what they have in mind about the society. And if you look at it, this project got endorsement from Professor Niyo Shundari, the erudite professor of African poetry, and his comments are just wow.
Absolutely, yes, because what he commented are some of the things I also saw. The expression from the children, their fears, some capture their fears, some capture the future, the sea, they captured a lot, and there are two of them that I would like to quickly read that, were of interest to me. One of them, Lagos traffic.
Lagos traffic.
Lagos traffic, ugly experience in a paradise, popularly called go slow. Bumpers kissing one another. Noise and air pollution are its agents caused by bad roads and congestion. Commuters spend hours in it every day. A supermarket to shop for household needs. People are stressed because of this monster. With the last man BRT system, it keeps raging. Always in people's minds when leaving home. Few minutes journey can be made hours. Lagos traffic you are a superstar. Interesting.
Lagos traffic is a superstar in Lagos.
And that's the truth.
I saw a bit of it this morning.
One of the things you always tell people, have you experienced Lagos traffic? If you haven't experienced, then you haven't been to Lagos. You haven't been to Lagos.
That's one of the major features of Lagos.
Yes.
And that particular poem was written by Salami Adeshewa of Onilekere Primary School, Cement in Ikeja here. 11-year-old girl, you know, wrote that poem. See, this is an expression that we have to give, what is it called? Give a voice to. Yes. You understand? You look at the hopefulness, you look at the hopelessness, you look at the despair, you look at the celebration of the state of excellence that we call Lagos State City and Center of Excellence and all that. So moving forward, what we intend to do with this work is to see how we can, put it together and use these poems, these nursery rhymes to replace the foreign rhymes that we have learnt over and over and over again. You know, the London Bridge has been falling. I keep saying this. It's been falling, it's been falling, it's been falling. The Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, the Humpty Dumpty and all that. These poems do not have, direct connection to our own value system, to our own cultural environment. So, but if these children can come up with these ideas, can come up with these, expression of their innermost, outburst, with these works, so it shows that they can also learn from themselves. And there's a lot we can tap into. There's a lot. There's a statement that Professor Niyoshidai said that even the government, adults can learn from children. Absolutely. The government can look at this and say, oh, so these are the things that these children see, and these are the things they want us to work on. Yes, we can, put up this expression and make it work for them. So we hope to see more volumes of yes, this is the volume one of the project. Now, so the illustration, I saw some illustration in the book, and I'm wondering if they are the ones that did it as well. No. The illustration was done by somebody else, one of those who actually made this package a success. So, and what we're looking forward to now is adaptation of these poems to stage. Adaptation of these poems to stage. Later this year, there was just a 5-10 minutes of it done by these kids in the Korodu, the gifted steppers. Right. Those disadvantaged children that I did, 2-part report on last year or thereabout. So they did a 10 minutes, and the Lagos State Universal Basic Education Board, led by Honorable Ayabala Wuye King, saw it and said, no, we have to give this a more holistic view, holistic look. So we are putting up a full-length performance from these poems, where we have people come and see, interpretation of this. Before we let you go, I want to quickly take this other poem that also says a lot for me. Lagos, A Place for All. It was written by Salahuddin Waliyatullah from Ijomo Muslim Primary School, Ikorodu, an 11-year-old in Primary 6. It says, my Lagos, a city for all. My Lagos, with many halls that contains all. My Lagos, a wonderful place. My Lagos accommodates all tribes. My Lagos, a city that grows day by day. My Lagos, a city that makes employment for its people. My Lagos, where less privilege becomes relevant. My Lagos, a city that realizes its present area. My Lagos, a city where we strive hard to make it better. My Lagos, a city that gives the young ones free access to education. My Lagos, a city that promotes its people. My Lagos, a city that makes its people fit for every situation. My Lagos, a city full of hope. My Lagos, your Lagos, our Lagos. So the governor of Lagos has made this easy by Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu through the themes agenda. He has enhanced collaboration between the private sector and the public sector. That is why projects like this can come on board, and government agencies can say, yes, let's pick it up and use it to develop the states. Absolutely. Well done, Ola. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. As well, we'll leave the conversation. All right. Thank you.